Hello dear students, this is your English teacher Qaisar Bashir. Dear students, in this video I am going to talk about From the Diary of a Young Girl, written by Anne Frank. Let's get started. About the author. Dear students, Anne Frank was a German-born diarist and Holocaust victim. She was born in 1929 and died of typhus in 1945. In her book, The Diary of a Young Girl, she wrote about various experiences, and significant of them all are the atrocities inflicted on Jews by Nazis. Introduction. Dear students, the lesson from The Diary of a Young Girl is an excerpt from The Diary of a Young Girl, which was originally written in Dutch and published in 1947. Its English translation was published in 1952. In this lesson, dear students, Anne Frank talks to her friends about ordinary everyday things. Perhaps she is in search of a real friend to whom she can open her heart. She finds a friend and calls it Kitty. It's a diary in which she does not write down the facts but also pens down her most intimate feelings. She also provides us a brief sketch of her life and her emotional associations with her grandmother. She also presents a picture of a classroom situation in which Mr. Qaisar, maths teacher, is annoyed with her and assigns to her an essay on a chatterbox. She, however, justifies being a chatterbox in her essay that makes Mr. Qaisar allow and to talk in the classroom. What is a diary? Dear students, before going into summary, I would want to tell you what a diary is. You know, a diary is a book with a separate space or page for each day, in which a diarist writes down his thoughts and feelings or what has happened on their day. Summary. Dear students, the lesson begins with a statement. Writing in a diary is really a strange experience for someone like me. And doesn't write this to mean that she had never written anything before. But she writes it because she believed neither she nor anyone else would find interest in the musings of a 13-year-old schoolgirl. Nay, this would least matter. She felt like writing and had a desire to get everything off her chest. Paper has more patience. She would think about this saying whenever she was feeling sad. And yes, she finally believed in the saying and thought of keeping a diary. Not because she was completely alone in the world. She was surrounded by a family and around 30 people whom she called her friends, but because she was in quest of a confidant to whom she would narrate all her experiences, feelings and emotions. To that true friend, she names Kitty. Unlike other people, she is not going to mention just facts in it. She starts with writing her background to make it easier to understand for anyone who reads it later. She describes her family and early childhood when they all migrated, her early schooling. After giving a brief account of her background, she comes to the present day, where she tells us about the result day. Everyone in the class is nervous about their result, and boys are even making bets, and was quite sure about herself and her friends. She had a good equation with all the teachers except Mr. Qaisar, who taught maths. He was constantly annoyed at her for her talking habits. Thus, he started giving her punishments in the form of essays on weird topics such as chatterbox, to which she replied with full wits. She wrote essays that were funny and explained that this was a trait that she inherited from her mother, and not much could be done about it. He kept on giving her essays until she wrote a satire. After that third and last assignment, Mr. Casing never pointed her out for talking. Assessment. Question number 1. Who is the author of The Diary of a Young Girl? Question number 2. In which language was The Diary of a Young Girl originally written? Question number 3. Was Anne Frank right when she said the world would not be interested in the musings of a 13-year-old girl? Question number 4. What name does Anne give to her diary? Question number 5. Does Mr. Casing finally allow Anne to talk in the class? Question number 6. What is a diary? Dear students, this was all about from The Diary of a Young Girl. I'll meet you soon with another video. Till then, stay blessed. Khuda Hafiz.